This is a story about the gay rights pioneer. Please subscribe and like, please.
In the annals of American history, there exists a tale of courage, resilience, and perseverance that has been largely overshadowed by time. A story of a man who, against all odds, played a pivotal role in shaping one of the most transformative moments in our nation's history. His name was Bayard Rustin, an architect of the civil rights movement and the unsung hero of the 1963 March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. As shadows lengthened over the bustling streets of Harlem, a young journalist named Sarah sat hunched over her typewriter, the clatter of keys echoing through the dimly lit room. Her heart pounded in her chest as she penned down another article for the local newspaper. But today she was not writing about mundane city news or petty scandals. No, today's story would be different. It was a tale of courage and determination that had long been shrouded in the shadows of history. Sarah's curiosity had been piqued by whispers of a man named Bayard Rustin. He was an enigma, a brilliant strategist who worked closely with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., yet his name remained largely unknown to the public. Intrigued by this mystery, she embarked on a journey to uncover the truth, little knowing that her own internal struggles would be put to the test. Bayard Rustin was a man of many talents. He was a labor organizer, a Quaker, and an openly gay man, a combination that was unheard of in the conservative 1950s. His sexuality marked him as an outsider, a pariah in a society that saw homosexuality as a moral abomination. But Rustin refused to be defined by societal norms. He believed that every person deserved respect and dignity regardless of their race or sexual orientation. Rustin's journey began when he was just a teenager growing up in Pennsylvania. He was a bright child, always curious about the world around him. His parents instilled in him the values of hard work and perseverance. They could not shield him from the harsh realities of racism that existed beyond their home. As he grew older, Rustin became increasingly aware of the injustices faced by African Americans, and his passion for social justice began to take shape. By the time Rustin met Dr. King, he had already made a name for himself. He was a key figure in the early civil rights movement, having played a crucial role in the Montgomery bus boycott and the March on Washington for labor rights. But it was his work on the 1963 March on Washington that would cement his place in history. Rustin's contributions to the march were numerous. He was instrumental in organizing the logistics, securing permits, and mobilizing thousands of participants. He also helped draft the famous "I Have a Dream" speech, which became the defining moment of the civil rights movement. But despite his invaluable role, Rustin's sexuality threatened to derail the entire endeavor. In those times, homosexuality was considered a taboo, and public figures who identified as LGBTQ were shunned by society. The organizers of the march were hesitant to associate themselves with someone seen as morally bankrupt. They feared that Rustin's sexuality would be a distraction from the cause they were fighting for. But Rustin refused to let his personal life define him or derail the movement. Sarah, the young journalist, was awed by Rustin's unwavering resolve. She saw in him a man who stood up for what he believed in even when it was not popular or socially acceptable. She began to realize that her own struggles with acceptance were not so different from Rustin's. Like him, she too had to navigate the complexities of a world that judged people based on their differences. As Sarah delved deeper into Rustin's story, she discovered that his courage extended beyond his activism. He was also a staunch advocate for nonviolence and civil disobedience, believing that peaceful protest was the most effective way to bring about change. His belief in nonviolence was put to the test during the Montgomery bus boycott. Rustin's arrest served as a catalyst for the boycott, which lasted over a year and ultimately led to the desegregation of Montgomery buses. Despite his many accomplishments, Rustin's sexuality continued to haunt him. He was arrested several times on morals charges and faced public humiliation and ridicule. But he refused to let these setbacks deter him from his mission. Instead, he used his experiences as a platform to speak out against discrimination and promote equality for all, As Sarah's investigation into Rustin's life continued, she began to see the parallels between their stories. Both of them had faced societal prejudice and struggled with acceptance. But Rustin had refused to let these obstacles stand in his way. He had fought for what he believed in even when it was unpopular or difficult. And Sarah realized that she too could do the same. The story of Bayard Rustin is a testament to the power of courage and determination in the face of adversity. It is a reminder that progress often comes with challenges, and that the true measure of a person's character lies not in their popularity or societal standing, but in their unwavering commitment to their beliefs. As Sarah finished her article, she cannot help but feel a sense of pride and admiration for Bayard Rustin. She knew that his story would inspire others just as it had inspired her. And as she hit send on her typewriter, she realized that she too had found her voice, a voice that would speak out against injustice and promote equality for all. But the story of Bayard Rustin does not end here. It continues to inspire new generations who carry on his legacy of fighting for social justice and equality. And it serves as a reminder that no matter how difficult the road may be, we must never give up on our dreams or our beliefs. For, in the words of Bayard Rustin himself, we must make the world a better place.